I've mixed up the Rubik's Cube. You've probably been hearing that while I've been talking. All right. So it's good
Rubik's Cube as well, isn't it?
It's a great one. Yeah. I really like that. So just while our listeners are talking, right, we'll go to the phone line, see if you can do it.
Oh, I doubt I'll do it in a minute.
Because people watch it on YouTube. Can you do it so people can see it on YouTube as well? Can you hold it up when you're doing it?
Try.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Give it back to you. Boom. Let's go to Josh, the Man United fan. Hello, Josh. How are you?
Yeah, hi guys. You're right.
Can you do the Rubik's Cube?
No.
Okay, well, I'm glad we had that conversation. Go on then, Josh. You're a United fan. What do you make of the proposal for the madness?
Okay. Yeah, I think it could work. You have the 48 teams, and then you have the 16 groups. So instead of having 2 qualify, you have just 1 qualify, and then the winners go straight into 16.
So you want the 16 groups of 3, only 1 team qualify?
Yeah, like the 1982 World Cup, the knockouts, when they had just the Brazil.
So you played 2 games and that's it?
Yeah, but then from day one it will be exciting straight away. So say England, Mexico, and Denmark were in a group. Everyone have to win. There can't be no draws. Generally. So do you get the point?
So yeah, but wouldn't loads of top teams go out? Wouldn't we miss out on some great games?
In what way?
Well, missing out on top games because so many big heads would go out, right?
Yeah, but then they'll be seeded, presumably. All the big teams will be seeded.
And that's what you want, is it? You want the knockout stage to begin with 16 teams left.
But that's what it is now.
Well, you start the competition with 32 teams drawn, right?
Yeah.
You have 8 groups.
Yeah, but they're going to bring in 48 teams anyway, aren't they? I mean,
I know, but my question is, do you want that? Do you want the World Cup to get bigger?
Only if they play this format.
All right, so you do. You do want the World Cup to be bigger. You want more teams in it.
If they played have 12 groups of 4, then I wouldn't want it because they're saying then the third best team goes through as well. That would get boring then, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Okay. All right, Josh. Thanks for your call. Just a quick Rubik's update. Where are you at? What? What does that mean? You can't talk and do it at the same time, no?
Mess me up.
Oh, no, you can't. My fault. Let's speak to Nick, the Arsenal fan. Hello, Nick.
Hi, Randy. Hi, Darren.
Hello, mate.
You won't be able to talk to him. He's doing the Rubik's Cube. Can you do the Rubik's Cube?
Oh,
no, he's done it. He's done it.
Lovely.
He's done it. Look at that. That's amazing. That's really impressive and annoyingly good. Nick, can you do the Rubik's Cube?
No, I've tried. It's hard.
Yeah, see, there's a formula. You do it like I do, where you look at the squares, you think, that yellow one needs to get round the side where the blue is. But he can do it blindfold, I'm guessing, right? You don't need to look at it.
I kind of need to look at it, yeah.
Say that again, Nick.
All right, he's got a second one in his bag that's already made up.
Don't let the secret out.
That'd have been easier.
Just accident. I've just dropped it again. That's weird. Go on then, Nick. What's your view on all things World Cup 2026 and more teams in it, more countries?
Well, I was just listening to you boys, and you know, you said you didn't fancy it the way that was, like the way the new format's going to go. I don't see the problem. Like the way this group stage is, you're going to lose a game. And then so in the round of 32, you're going to gain that game back. So each country is not going to lose a game. So, you know, there's going to be 104 games, but, you know, no team's going to play more games than usual.
I think, for me, it's not so much about how many games or what you're losing. I think it's the competitiveness of the games you're playing. I think if you're adding 16 more teams that didn't deserve to be in it this year, they essentially don't deserve to be in it anyway. And I think the competitiveness of the World Cup is going to deteriorate.
I mean, ultimately, you've got countries who would never go to a normal World Cup. And you think of those fans in that country, it means so much to them just to be there.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good point.
So, you know.
But just one of my problems with it, Nick, is that I found it really not difficult, but to keep up with all 64 games, to watch every single one of them, right? And I wouldn't say I have watched every one. I've probably watched about 95% of them, but there have been times where, I had to pick my daughter up or whatever. But to 104 games in a World Cup.
Well, you don't have to watch them all. You know, I mean, at the moment, it was 10 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
I didn't get to watch the first 2 games either because I was at work like the rest of the world. So, you know, you don't have to watch every single game. Look, I'm not a big World Cup fan anyway. I'm not big. I'm a big club over country kind of person. So I can't support the likes of Harry Kane, Man City. I'm an Arsenal fan.
Hold on. When Harry Kane took that penalty against France and 2-1 down, did you want him to score?
You know, the adulation of him getting all of this, like, smoke being blown up his backside for it, it wasn't for me.
Come on.
Hold on. What's the
Nick?
answer to the question? Did you want Harry Kane to score?
No. I didn't. Well, I would have much preferred Bukayo Saka to take that penalty.
But because he didn't, and it was Harry Kane, and we were 2-1 down against France, did you want him to score?
No. As I said, I want all the Arsenal players to do well at the World Cup. I don't care about anyone else. You know what? I can't sit at home every week during the Premier League season and boo these other teams, other players who are playing Arsenal, and then when the international break comes around, and then I'm cheering them on. I find that hypocritical. Maybe I'm just too hardcore.
No. Let me ask you this: when he smashed it over the bar, what was your initial reaction?
I laughed. Oh, you know what?
But by him going out, Nick, by England going out means that the Arsenal players in the England squad didn't do as well as they should. You could have had Saka coming home winning the World Cup.
It doesn't matter to me because I think that if he went into a semi-final and got injured, I'd be devastated. Like Gabriel Jesus, I'm devastated that he's injured. For what?
Yeah, I get that.
We could be going on to win the Premier League this season. We've got much less of a chance now that he's injured.
What's more important to you? What's more important to you? Arsenal 4th or England win the World Cup?
Arsenal 4th. I don't care about England.
I said this.
I don't care for England, the England players. You know, I get behind the jubilation of everyone loving England winning. To be honest with you, I think we've got such a good crop of players. This whole Gareth Southgate, you know, should he stay, should he go, foreign manager? I think I could go in and be England manager and get to the quarterfinals. You know, you're given the talent already. You just got to come up with a formation and some tactics. You know,
Okay.
I don't think it's as hard as everyone thinks it is.
I get you're a diehard Arsenal fan. Obviously, you detest Spurs. I get that. But laughing when Harry Kane missed a penalty and you wanted him to miss against France, that's nuts.
Nah, I mean, laughing, I'll try and give you the reaction you was looking for. But, I mean, I was really gutted.
Wow, okay. All right, well, listen, I get it, right?
Yeah.
I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it, Nick.
Yeah.
All right, have a good evening.
Cheers, Nick.
You too.
Thanks, man. There you go, Nick.
I said this.
He's not alone.
I said this would happen. Most people will be club over country. 100%.
Well, most is a big boast.
Most. I reckon most people will be club over country.
I think lower league football fans, it's different.
I think people would like England to win. And I don't think many people, I don't know if many people have the opinion of your rival team players playing poorly or missing penalties. I don't know. But if you gave anyone a choice, whether their club wins a trophy or England win the World Cup, I think most people pick their club.
If you wanted Harry Kane to miss the penalty because you're an Arsenal fan, right? Oh, our producer's saying you do want people to phone up. Okay.
We'll clog the phone lines.
I just don't get that, right? Or for argument's sake, if you're a Spurs fan and you wanted Bukayo Saka to miss whatever, right? It goes both ways, right? Let me know. I just find it strange that I get it throughout the Premier League season, but once every 4 years, once every 2 years, we've got European Championship and World Cup.
Yeah,
that get together, right?
That there I don't think will be the majority in terms of them wanting Harry Kane to miss, because once you're there, people will support England. But my argument is club over country in terms of trophies. They'd much rather their club than England win